Hey everybody, welcome back to Tuckaway Pines. Today we are down in the preservation station and I want to show you how to strain off vinegar. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but I figured I'd bring it down here anyway, just kind of show you what it's all about. So, hope you enjoy. So a few months ago I had released a video on apple preserving, and Cory and I went to a local apple orchard, picked some apples, and I showed you guys a few recipes on what I did to preserve them. And if you go check it out, I have a recipe on making apple cider vinegar. So if you want to check that out real quick, go ahead. I'll leave a link down in the description, a timestamp as well, and I'll even try and have it float up there in the corner. Anyway, so in a nutshell, I've let my apple cider vinegar, I strained it off after a month of sitting. Now I have it sitting for a whole nother month. So it's been sitting for 2 months doing its thing. And now I'm going to strain it off and put it on the shelf because it is ready for when I need it. So first thing you're gonna need is obviously your cider vinegar. You need a glass or a plastic jug if you have that, like an old milk jug or an old vinegar bottle. That'll help. I have a half-gallon jar and a little flip-top bottle jar. This kind of makes it easy for me when I actually go ahead and need it. And then this, I'll just fill this up as I see fit. So you'll need obviously your container and possibly some funnels so you don't make a mess. And then also a cheesecloth or some sort of like cotton towel to strain any particles or anything like that from your apples from beforehand. So, here we go. Alrighty, so I have my funnel all set up in my bottle. I even have it's a flour cotton towel. Just have that kind of in my funnel so it catches any of the little particles from my apples from the previous sit. Now I'm going to take my cover off. Pretty straightforward. You just strain it off and then there you go. So there we go. See how it's nice and pink from all the apples sitting in there over time. And it smells good, and that's how you know it's done as well, is based off of smell. So, you like the stuff from the store, well then kind of base it off the way the stuff from the store smells. If you like things a little more strong, or maybe not as strong, just base it off your smell, but roughly a month of sitting is good. Okay, so my flip-top bottle's pretty much full, so I'm going to leave it at that. Just kind of put that off to the side. And then I'm going to change containers. Next, I'm going to have a clean half-gallon jar and continue to fill that up. So I'm going to switch out funnels because it's a lot easier that way. I'm going to grab my cotton towel. And then just proceed to dump the rest. And then I'll just add to the next jar. Okay, so now that all my vinegar is all strained off, I'm going to clean up my mess a little bit here. Put that off to the side. Now I'm just going to bottle everything up. I will label it, that way I don't forget, and everyone else in my house knows what it is. And I'm going to put it over on the pantry shelf because it's all ready to go for whenever I need it. So, and then I do want to mention real quick that since I do have this in a mason jar, I am not going to use a metal mason jar lid because the vinegar will cause this to corrode and rust, reacts funny that way. So instead, I'm going to be using a ball leak-proof plastic lid. Feel free to use any other type of plastic lids. You can even use like that wax paper, paraffin wax, or whatever they call that. You can even go as far as using a cloth again and, you know, just putting a band over it as well, as long as it's covered and nothing gets into it. But I'm just going to seal it up with my plastic lid instead. And then what I'm going to do is label it with some masking tape. I'm going to date it as to today from when I guess, packaged it. That way we just kind of roughly know how old it is when we go to use it. And yeah, that's pretty much it, pretty straightforward. If you want to know how to get to this step of the apple cider vinegar process, please go back to my apple preserving video and watch that recipe because it's definitely worth it, and it's actually a bonus recipe. So if you stick out through the whole video, you'll get to see that little nugget of knowledge. So please do that. Otherwise, I will leave it in the description, and I'll leave a timestamp. That way you can get straight to the point. So yeah, please do that. Otherwise, like, comment, and subscribe. So you don't miss out on any other fun little projects and adventures we have here on the homestead. So thank you, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.